You know what's crazy? A game that is called one of the greatest games ever made. A game with insane graphics, emotional story, and realistic world, but still failed in India. I am talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. And honestly, this hurts me personally because after playing this game, I genuinely felt like no other game comes close to it. But in India, most gamers either ever played it or they dropped it after 2 hours saying boring hai. And today I want to talk about why that happened. Not to hate any Indian gamers, but to understand why a masterpiece never became mainstream here.
Where's my goddamn son? Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the break.
Get down here now! You inbred trash!
Leave her. I told you she was crazy.
See, gaming culture in India is very different from the West. In countries like US or Europe, people grew up with storytelling games. For example, games like The Last of Us, God of War, or Witcher 3. People there enjoy slow storytelling games. But in India, most gamers grew up playing PUBG Mobile, Free Fire, or we can say Call of Duty Mobile. Fast gameplay, instant action, quick dopamine. And there is nothing wrong with that. But RDR2 is the complete opposite. This game takes its time very slowly. Sometimes the game literally asks you to ride a horse for 10 minutes while characters just talk. For many Indian gamers, that feels boring. But Rockstar made the game like a movie. You are supposed to live in the world, not rush through it. And honestly, most people never had the patience for that. Now this might sound weird, but RDR2 was actually too realistic for many people. Think about it. In this game, your horse can get tired, weapons become dirty, you need to eat, you loot bodies slowly. Even skinning an animal takes time. Rockstar wanted realism, but many gamers just wanted fun. After coming home, tired from school, college, or work, people don't want to press 50 buttons to open a drawer. They want instant excitement. That's why games like GTA 5 become massively popular in India. GTA 5 gives chaos instantly, cars, guns, explosions, fun. Meanwhile, RDR2 says, first feed your horse. Now let's talk about the biggest reality. Money. RDR2 is a heavy game. You need a good PC or a console. And not everyone in India has that. Especially when the game launched, many Indian gamers were using budget laptops or low-end PCs. Even today, RDR2 needs strong hardware. And if the game lags, the experience gets ruined. Plus, the game itself was expensive. Most people would rather spend money on multiplayer games which they can play with their friends. And that's another important point. In India, gaming is social. People love playing together. That's why games like Valorant, CSGO, and Free Fire become huge. You can play with friends, shout on voice chat, and laugh together. But RDR2, it's mostly a lonely experience. And yes, it has an online mode, but let's be honest, almost nobody talks about Red Dead Online. People remember Arthur Morgan, the story, the emotions, not the online gameplay. And story games in India are still kind of a niche category. Okay, this might offend some people, but it's true. Many gamers today have low attention spans, not just in India, everywhere. Thanks to short reels, TikTok style content, fast editing, and constant stimulation. People want action every 5 seconds, but RDR2 is a slow art. The game wants you to observe nature, listen to dialogues, feel emotions, and connect with characters. This game is not trying to entertain you every second. It wants immersion. And honestly, that style doesn't work for people anymore. Here's the interesting part. Even though RDR2 wasn't massively popular in India, the people who actually completed it, they never forget it. Because this game hits differently. Arthur Morgan is not just a character. He feels human. His journey, his pain, his redemption, it stays with you. There are moments in the game where you just sit quietly after a mission. No shooting, no action, just emotions. And very few games can do that. That's why, globally, RDR2 is considered a masterpiece. Not because it's fun every second, but because it feels real. So, did RDR2 actually fail in India? Commercially, maybe yes. Culturally, definitely yes. But honestly, I think the real problem was timing. India's gaming audience was growing around competitive mobile games, and RDR2 came with a slow cinematic experience. It was like showing a 3-hour emotional movie to people expecting an action reel. But maybe a few years from now, more Indian gamers will finally appreciate what this game truly is. Not just a game, but an experience. And if you are someone who quit RDR2 after the first few hours, trust me, give it another chance. Because once the story starts hitting, there is no going back. So yeah, that's why I think Red Dead Redemption 2 failed in India. Do you agree with me or not? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe because we are going to talk more about gaming topics that nobody discusses properly. And we will talk about movies, series, and every entertainment content available on internet. So see you in the next one.